Hey dudes, welcome back to Headlocks and Hot Packs. We've had quite a run of basketball as of late, so we're switching things up for tonight. Another 2025 product featuring the NFL, some football cards, 90 cards per box here in 2025 Donruss, featuring old Patty Mahomes on the front. Look for the Optic Rated Rookies Preview Holo Parallel. I think those are kind of tough to find, but we got 6 packs per box, 15 cards per pack. If your math is mathing, that does equal 90. Also be on the lookout for Donruss Threads or Rookie Phenom Jerseys memorabilia cards. The ultra rare downtown insert, they are of course ultra rare, so gonna be hard to find, and red hot rookies as well. Here is a look at a obscured view of what all else can be found. We'll check it out on the back of the pack, but our second 2025 NFL product of the year, I did see, I think it was Mosaic, is also available at least online. Have not come across it in store anywhere. Perhaps we will check that out at some point. $35 for a Blaster Mosaic. I don't know. The value there is not really there, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll check some of that out in the future weeks. But some big old fat packs. Free pack dust here all over. That's the problem with having a... come on, I'm scraping this like a cat on a... messing everything up. The issue with having a black breaker mat, pack dust shows up pretty prominent, but here's a look at those big old fat packs, and if I can peel this back, I'll give you guys a look at what we can possibly find in here in addition to what was advertised. Also going to be looking for Patriots, as always. If you are new to the channel, I collect Patriots. I don't know if Barry Sanders and or Tom Brady would be in here, but we shall see. We'll see what we get for rookies. Gonna be looking for the QBs like Cam Ward, Jaxson Dart. I'd like to get a Travion Henderson and a Will Campbell, but here is the design. Nothing too crazy. Pretty kind of typical Donruss design. There's Brock Purdy. Looks like we do have some legends in here. There's Emmitt Smith. Bunch of base to begin our first rated rookie. Back-to-back Texans. This is Jalen Noel, wide receiver, and then another rated rookie, Jahdae Barron for the Broncos, who've been quite the surprise this year. Chris Jones there, Joe Horn, Saints legend, not in the Hall of Fame. Very good year for the Broncos thus far. I think Bo Nix has been a bit of a surprise too. Here's our first insert. This one is a rookie insert, Rookie Revolution. Caleb Johnson for the Steelers, who started out pretty hot, but have slowed down a little bit as of late. Looks like perhaps Father Time is maybe catching up with Aaron. But our first rookie insert, Caleb Johnson. Definitely the coolest thing we've come across so far. Come on, let's focus up here. Set that down. We'll finish off here. Looks like the better stuff is going to be in the middle of these. It's a bunch of base, possibly a couple of rookies, and then inserts and parallels in the middle. That ends out that first pack. Pats are still rolling. Well, they won like 7, 8 in a row now. 7 in a row. Speaking of surprise teams, I'm being a Patriots fan. I did not expect them to look like this at this point in the year, but you also have to take into account speaking of the Pats, there's a Drake May. They've had one of the easier schedules in the league, so that definitely helps as well. Probably the best of the base rookies we've seen very early on, Shedeur Sanders, at least value wise. He's definitely going to get a shot to play here at some point, I would imagine, just with the way that the Cleveland Browns season is going. Christian Benford, those Red Bills unis are clean, if I must say so myself, even being a Patriots fan. Here's our next insert. Champ is here. Milton Williams, who is now a Patriot. pictured with the Eagles still here. And I don't know if that's a gold. The foil on that was gold, so maybe it is. Joe Ferguson, Legendary Bill that I've never even heard of, Drew Brees, Rashee Rice, and then, in case anybody caught a peek of that Kid Reporter code when I slipped it out, there's a better look at it. Go ahead and feel free to snag that, because I do not use them. That's going directly into the trash. Nothing too crazy yet. Going to be hard to tell if there's a relic in any of these just because of the thickness. There is a Drew Bledsoe, flying Elvis uniforms, Greg Zuerlein, Eric Armstead for the Jaguars. We've also been a little bit of a surprise this year. There's a Graham Mertz rated rookie, Torrey Horton. Nothing too good yet. Shedeur definitely still the best rookie. Antonio Gibson, he is done for the year. Tank Dell, DJ Moore. Here's our next insert. This is a pretty cool looking one. Speaking of those Jaguars, Travis Hunter. And speaking of guys who are out for the year, but there's a red hot rookie that was advertised on the box. He had surgery on, I don't recall which knee it was, but I think it was LCL surgery, so he is finished for the season. That might be the most valuable thing we've seen so far. Rick Upchurch. Some interesting choices for legends. There's some guys that I have not heard of. There's Stephon Diggs. Texans uniform, Pat's logo. He is definitely, I wouldn't say been a revelation for the Patriots this year, but there was some questions heading into this season with him recovering from the knee surgery. But he is showing out, man. Looking like a very, very good pickup for the Pats. Quinshon Judkins. Nothing too crazy for the rookies. A bit disappointing thus far. There's a Kyren Williams. Marquise Brown. Hollywood is even still with the Chiefs. Admittedly, I haven't watched a ton of football outside of the Patriots. Colston Loveland, rookie insert. Is that the 19... Is this like 95 Donruss design? I don't really remember 95 Donruss super well, so I could be wrong on that. Somebody will have to let me know in the commentos. John Lynch, the final one there. A couple more packs left to go. Still seeking a hit. Haven't seen any of the better rookie QBs. We did get Shedeur Sanders, but emphasis on the word better, I guess I could say. We haven't seen him actually play outside of preseason yet. There is Jacoby Myers. He got shipped off somewhere. Trade deadline, I don't remember where now. James Lofton. Here's our first parallel. There's the press-proof red. Orangish red. Almost kind of a color match. Pretty sure that's a red. It is a little bit more of a orange tint. Tetro McClellan. Wow. And then Mike Green is a decent one. Another one for the Pats. Jalen Polk was also dealt away. There's Dak, Najee Harris, Warren Moon, the Hall of Famer. Finishing out with more base here. Pat Freiermuth. And Theo Johnson, the final one there. Alright, last pack. So I think we need some kind of last pack magic. Whether it be a hit or any of the better rookies. No sign of Jaxson Dart or Cam Ward yet. I would say probably that Travis Hunter Red Hot Rookies is the best thing we've found thus far. So I would say this box has left a lot to be desired up to this point. Let's see what we got here. Some CD Lamb action. Rex Grossman. Jim Kelly, another Hall of Famer. There is Jamar, who's been chirping. Elik Iomer. Wow, there's a name. Alright, yeah, so nothing good for rated rookies. I see something shiny coming up, so we'll see what that is. Hopefully something good for our last pack. There's Donovan McNabb. They chose to put him with Washington here instead of the Eagles, which is what he's obviously most known for. And this was the shiny I saw. Dominators, recurring insert in Donruss. Brian Robinson Jr. Now playing with the 49ers. Josh Hines Allen. Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of base to end. Laporta, Gabe Davis, and then Alex Anzalone, Jags and Lions, to finish that one off. So you get a ton of cards with Donruss, which is always the case, but we did not hit on the rookies. I think in terms of the base, Shadur is probably the best one we found, and that's really only because of his name recognition. But I still would say the Travis Hunter Red Hot Rookie's the best card that we found. Couple of Patriots for the PC, but overall I would say this blaster was a little bit of a dud. If you disagree, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, or if you've had a chance to check out any of this product, let me know how you did during your time ripping it. That's all I got for you tonight. Not sure what we're ripping next week. Probably, I don't know, I got some basketball, I do have some baseball, we haven't seen a ton of that lately. So whatever I feel like ripping for you guys next Thursday night. But that's it for tonight. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.